Hi everyone, Vickie here, Rock and Roll Prophetess. Going to take a look at the Kentucky Derby, which is Saturday, May 4th. This is a little technique that a friend of mine used to do and taught me how to do, and this was back in the day before you even ran astrology charts. So it's just a little way to, we would just look at the ephemeris, look for where the moon is the biggest player in it, and any planet-to-planet aspects. Now that's a lot of astrology, and this isn't meant to be the only thing. Back in those days, people would be doing their handicapping in their regular way. This was just another thing to add to the mix, a factor to consider in. So I looked at the date, and the only thing that's happening that day is the new moon in Taurus. And it's pretty much, it's real close in time too. It's later in the afternoon, so it's real close to post time. So the new moon in Taurus, usually there's a few things we're going to look at, but really we're only looking at any kind of Taurus energy. Now Taurus rules money, it rules music, it's an earth sign. So we're going to look at the names of the horses, and we're going to see if any of them have any Taurian names. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, I looked up Tacitus. I thought I looked it up the other day, and I thought it said something about music, but I guess that it does not. It's some Roman god or somebody. Let me put it in again. Tacitus, meaning, yeah, it's God. And he doesn't have anything to do with music either. So, I don't know where I got that from. Omaha Beach, I would say no. I'm just going to look down first at the names, and then, because there isn't really much here. Roadster, by my standards, maximum security, game winner, code of honor. Code of honor very slightly Taurian. Haikal, H-A-I-K-A-L, another word we're going to have to look up. H-A-I, maybe that was the one that was music. I thought I looked up one of the words. Oh, it's a sanctuary of a church, cut off. The church probably not going to have nothing to do with it. Improbable, war of will. Now, war of will, Tauruses are known to be very stubborn, so I'm going to put that down as one of them. Yeah, if somebody has a strong will, it would probably be a Taurian type of person. Long range, toddy, tax. Tax, 8th house is taxes. That's a weak, really weak connection. Cutting humor. Win-win-win, country horse. Country horse, maybe. Yeah, country. That's also not a strong connection, but we're going to narrow it down. We're just putting any that have like a little bit. Now for me, I always do like my picks. Gray Magician, I would totally be playing that just because the Magician, and I always, when I go to the local track, which is rarely, but every time I do, I always bet the gray horses, and they always seem to at least do the place or show. So I would do a win, place, or show on Gray Magician no matter what, but that's not having anything to do with Taurus. That's just my little extra thing. And then Master Fencer. So there is really none that have a strong Taurus connection. I guess War of Will would be the strongest. Now here's what else I'm going to do. And you might want to do this with the jockeys in here. I'm going to go through over here. It shows the trainer and the farms and stuff like that. Any of that have a Taurus name. I'm going to just scroll through these. Juddermount Farm, Fox Hill Farms, Charming Syndicate, HR, George, okay. Imperial Racing, let's see, Stone Farm. Oh, that's a little bit Stone Farm maybe. Okay, let's put Roadster because of Stone Farm. Not really a Taurus name, but oops, I just hit my face with my glasses on the camera. By my standards, let's look at their, if you can't tell, I'm looking over here, there's these farms and stuff, and their trainers are coming up. You could also look at the jockey if you really wanted to take it far. Summer Wind Farm. Code of Honor. Did I put Code of Honor in there? I'm going to put Code of Honor in there because that's kind of a Taurus thing too. Often they are very honorable. I keep hitting my face on this camera. The glasses. Maximum security. Let's see. Game winner. Summer. Okay, we're at high key or whatever. I'm just looking over in the left column when I highlight these because that shows like the I don't know why it's not changing now. For some reason it's sort of stuck on this one. on high key. Maybe that's an omen, huh? Well, for some reason it's not showing the rest of their farms and stuff. Yeah, it's not changing. So it's just going through 1 through 10. Okay, so here, this is what we've got. Here's the rundown. With the astrology War of Will, that would be the #1 pick, because Tauruses are very stubborn. Code of Honor would be 2. Tax and Country Horse, these 3 are very iffy, but I would put them, you know, they would have a Taurian connection. If you're looking for something that just has a Taurian connection, that would be, you know, Tax. That's really 8th house. That's really weak. Country Horse. Roadster for Storm Farm. These are fairly weak connections, but you could, by a stretch of imagination, say that this is, you know, having something to do with the Taurus energy. Well, Taurus is also Venus too. Let me go over it one more time with the ruler of Venus. Well, win-win-win could be a Venusian thing. There's not a lot of strong connections anywhere. I'm going to put win-win-win in my maybe count, my maybe pile here, or whatever you want to call it. Win-win-win. But if I were betting, I'd be betting Gray Magician all the way. What's the odds are pretty high on Gray Magician. You know, there could be an upset. There is this Uranian factor going in. Uranus is in Taurus too. But I'll tell you what, that's going to be not at the time of post-time, and it's not affecting the new moon, but earlier in the day, there could be some strange upset earlier in the day with the Uranian thing, because then the moon will be with Uranus. I don't have it in front of me, unfortunately. But it'll be earlier in the day. There could be some weird change or weird upset early in the day, way before post-time. So that's, I don't know if that's helping anybody in any way. But for me, War of Will is the strongest Taurian connection. Code of Honor is weak. The rest of these are pretty weak too, but it could be. Win-win-win, Country Horse, and Roadster because of the Stone Farm connection. Not strong at all. Gray Magician, I just like it because I always like my gray horses, and of course the Magician, and anything magical, I'm betting on that. So, honestly, if I were going to go play, which I probably won't, I went 1 year to the track. We have 2 tracks where I live, and it was just a complete mob scene. You couldn't even walk through there, and then those kind of crowds, because of my energy, the energy of all those people, that really, really gets to me. And for some reason, I can't bet. My debit card does not allow betting online to be used for betting online, so I'm probably not going to bet. If any of you take any of my tips and win big, hey, if you want to send me a little tip, you know, like a monetary tip through PayPal or a donation, that'd be cool, but it's totally not necessary. This is just for fun, something we used to do all the time. So War of Will is the strongest Taurian connection. Code of Honor is weak. Win-win-win. Country Horse and Roadster are weak. I like Gray Magician just because of my grays, and the Magical Magician. Always got to play those horses, okay? Alright, so thanks for tuning in. Hope you win a lot of money, and I'll see you next year. Okay, bye.